Pigeons and doves are all part of the same family and all share a similar appearance. In this guide, we cover all of the 5 UK resident species to help you confidently identify each. Starting with the most colourful and highly patterned, the turtle dove is a summer visitor to the UK, arriving in April from West Africa and returning in August. They have a tortoiseshell pattern on their wing feathers in the colours of chestnut and black. Their chest and head feathers are a combination of pink and grey-blue. If you see them in flight, look for the distinctive black tailband with a bright white outer band. They are shy birds by nature, tending to avoid human-inhabited areas in favour of farmland, hedges, and thickets. As well as being the most colourful in our lineup, these birds are also sadly one of the rarest, as numbers have plummeted by 99% since the 1960s, and are therefore virtually extinct as a breeding bird. Their gentle cooing song used to be a sound synonymous with the sound of the British summer. The collared dove is a non-native resident of the British Isles. They arrived in the 1950s as their breeding range increased from the Middle East. They have now become a familiar sight across the UK. Collared doves are pale-coloured birds with hints of grey, brown, and pink. Their most distinguishing identifying feature is the single black neckband, unlike the turtle dove, which has multiple neckbands. Also look for the eye colouring, which is a deep red. If you see them in flight, look out for the underside of the tail, which is pale in colour, versus its body feathers. The tail feathers end in a white or grey band. Collared doves can be found across a range of lowland habitats, though unlike the turtle dove, favours human-inhabited environments. They tend to call frequently and is a gentle cooing sound. The rock dove is the ancestor of the domestic feral pigeon. Pure rock doves are extremely rare, as interbreeding has impacted most colonies of birds. They are now only really found on the north and northwest coast of Scotland and Ireland, where they nest on cliffs. Rock doves share the familiar blue-grey colouring, green neckband and purple chest colouring as feral pigeons. But look out for the dark grey and white wing patterning, which is unique to the rock dove. Albeit some feral pigeons can display signs of this. It is therefore better to consider a colony of rock doves, their geographic location, and their overall purity, as opposed to trying to pick out individual birds. Stock doves have very similar markings to the rock dove and the feral pigeon. They are largely blue-grey, with the familiar green neckband and pink chest. Therefore, care is needed to positively identify them. Distinguishing features are their black eyes, as opposed to the orange eyes of rock doves and feral pigeons. Also, look out for black edges to their wing feathers, which their cousins lack. When seen in flight, stock doves lack the pale rump of their cousins. Stock doves can be found across most of the British Isles, except northern Scotland and Ireland. They favour wooded farmland habitats. Stock doves have an insistent call. The woodpigeon is the largest bird in our lineup. They share the familiar blue-grey colouring with the green neckband and pink chest. Unlike their cousins, the woodpigeon has a white patch on its neck. Other distinctive features to look out for are the yellow eyes and a red and yellow bill. If you see them in flight, look out for visible white wing patches. Also, listen out for their distinctive clattering wing flaps. They can be found across a range of habitats, though preferring woodland areas. They tend to be quite shy birds. Listen out for their gentle cooing call. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more like this. It really helps the channel.